유치원 여러분 안녕하세요. I'm 서미소랑 from FunPik, where it's all about having fun while preparing for your topic. Fun, topic, FunPik. In topic 2, questions 22 and 24 are about choosing the correct statement. And each question is paired with either choosing the correct idiom question or choosing the subject's emotion question. Each pair is based on the same body of text. So this is how it will appear in the test. One body of text, 2 questions. One about filling in the blank and one about choosing the correct statement. I'll show another pair. One body of text and 2 questions. One about the subject's emotion and the other one about the correct statement. Today, for this video, we'll be focusing on the part about the correct statement. So let's zoom in on the 2 instructions here and here. So instruction for both question 23 and 24. 다음을 읽고 물음에 답하십시오. Read the following and answer what is being asked. In other words, read the following and answer the questions. They are worth 2 points each. And the question, just 24. 윗글의 내용과 같은 것을 고르십시오. Choose the one that is same in content as the text above. In other words, choose the option that best matches the text above or choose the correct statement based on the text above. Now this is FunPik's step-by-step recommendation for solving this question type. Number 1, read through the text thoroughly. Do that before going through the options. When you go through the options one by one, mark them as either true or false based on the text. So you're constantly going back and forth, comparing. And usually the correct answer doesn't repeat the exact same words as the text, but they use synonyms or synonymous expressions. Okay, so let's solve one together. This is from the 60th topic. First, read through the text. It's kind of long, but we can do it. 시각장애인의 안내견은 주인과 있을 때 행인에게 관심을 두지 않는다. The guide dogs of the visually impaired, when they are with the owner, they are not interested in passers-by. 만약 안내견이 주인을 남겨두고 행인에게 다가간다면 이는 주인이 위험에 처해 있다는 뜻이다. If a guide dog leaves its owner and approaches a passerby, this means that the owner is in danger. Let's continue on. 안내견은 주인에게 문제가 발생하면 곧장 주변 사람에게 달려가 도움을 요청하도록 훈련을 받기 때문이다. Alright, where is it? Here. Alright. This is because guide dogs are trained in such a way that if there is a problem to the owner, they immediately run to people nearby and ask for help. The final sentence. 안내견이 행인의 주위를 맴돌면 안내견을 따라가 주인의 상태를 확인하고 구조센터에 연락해야 한다. If a guide dog circles around or hovers around a passerby, you should 해야 한다. Follow the guide dog. Check the owner's 상태, condition, status, and contact the rescue center. Rescue center meaning ambulance or something of that nature. All right, let's go through the options. 안내견이 주인 곁을 떠나는 경우는 없다. There are no instances of a guide dog leaving the side of the owner. Well, let's have a look. 떠나는 경우는 없다. But look. 주인에게 문제가 발생하면 주변 사람에게 달려간다. No, when there is a problem, they do leave the owner and approach a passerby. The next one. 안내견은 문제가 생기면 구조센터로 달려간다. When a problem arises, the guide dog runs to a rescue center. No, the guide dog runs to someone nearby. And it is someone nearby that should contact the rescue center. So both are wrong. Let's continue on. 안내견이 다가오는 것은 위급한 상황이 생겼다는 뜻이다. A guide dog approaching means that a critical situation has arisen. Well, let's have a look. 안내견은 주인에게 문제가 발생하면 or this one. 안내견이 주인을 남겨두고 행인에게 다가간다면 위험에 처해 있다는 뜻이다. So that is the applicable one. And remember I said sometimes they don't use the exact same words but they use synonymous expressions. 위험에 처해 있다. 위급한 상황이다. Synonyms or synonymous expressions for danger, a critical situation. So this is true. But let's continue on. 안내견은 항상 주변의 사람들에게 관심을 갖도록 훈련을 받는다. Guide dogs are trained to always have attention or interest in people around them. No, the opposite is true. Right? 행인에게 관심을 두지 않는다. They are trained to not be interested in other people in normal conditions. So that is the default setting. All right, so the correct answer is number 3. All right, time for some 꿀tips from FunPik. Now, these are some common topics that have repeatedly come up in previous exams for question number 20. Plants, animals, specialized fields, new technology, and so on. So what should you do now that you know what topics frequently come up? Well, what we recommend is that you read news articles about these topics. But you want to look for ones that are written for children because that will be the appropriate reading level difficulty. So what you might do is to put into your search engine of choice, for example, Google animals, 동물, and 어린이 신문, and then conduct a search. And then click through some of the links until you find an example of a children's newspaper or news article about 동물 or 개, 토끼, 고양이, and so on. Likewise, these are some topics that come up very frequently in question 4. Parents, kids, work. Now for these, instead of going for news articles, reading fairy tales or children's books or easy novels are very useful because with these topics, the text is a little bit longer. All right, so those are our tips. Now let's solve one more together. This one is from the 60th topic. See what I mean? Very long. Very long. We can do it. All right. Let's start at the top. 고향에 사는 아버지가 오랜만에 우리 집에 오셨다. My father, who lives back in my hometown, came to our house for the first time in a while. 나는 남편과 함께 아버지와 이런저런 이야기를 나누며 거실에 앉아 있었다. I, together with my husband, talked about this and that with my dad, sitting in the living room. 그때 갑자기 남편이 아버지를 모시고 영화관에 가자고 했다. Suddenly, my husband said to take our father or my father and go to the movie theater. 그 말에 나는 영화관은 무슨 아버지는 어둡고 갑갑해서 영화관 가는 거 안 좋아하셔 라고 내뱉었다. To that, I said, 영화관은 무슨, what movie theater? 아버지는 어둡고 갑갑해서 영화관 가는 거 안 좋아하셔. My dad doesn't like going to the theater because it is dark and stuffy. 그래도 still 아버지에게 슬쩍 영화 보러 가실래요? 하고 물었는데 I'll just end it there. But I still subtly asked my dad, do you want to go see a movie? 손사래를 치실 것 같던 아버지는 그저 가만히 계셨다. My dad, who I thought would dismissively wave his hand, 그저 가만히 계셨다. Remained still. 그 순간 나는 아버지의 마음을 읽을 수 있었다. At that moment, I could read my father's mind. 나는 왜 아버지가 영화관에 가는 것을 안 좋아하실 거라고 생각했을까? Why did I think that my dad would not like going to the cinema? 지금껏 내 기준에서 판단한 일들이 얼마나 많을까 생각하니 마음이 무거워졌다. My heart grew heavy thinking about 얼마나 많이 how many times I have misjudged things based on my standards. 영화관에 갈 준비를 하며 옷도 살피고 모자도 쓰고 벗기를 반복하시는 아버지의 얼굴에서는 미소가 가득했다. My dad, while preparing to go to the cinema, he adjusted his clothes and he kept putting his hat on and off, trying to see which looks better. And while he was doing that, there was a big smile on his face. 그런 아버지를 보며 watching him, 나는 앞으로 from now on 아버지가 무엇을 좋아하시는지 관심을 가지기로 했다. Decided to have interest in what my father likes. If you followed me, well done. Very long text. Let's move on to the options. 나는 아버지와 자주 영화를 보러 다녔다. I frequently went to see movies with my dad. Is this true? No, it's actually the exact opposite, isn't it? Because she used to think that her father did not like going to the cinema. 아버지는 내 질문에 아무 말도 하지 않았다. My dad didn't say anything to my question. Where's the relevant part? 아버지는 그저 가만히 계셨다. Are they the same thing? 가만히 계셨다. Remained still. Because she asked a question. 슬쩍 물어봤다. If you remain still when somebody asks you a question, it means that you are not talking. You are not answering the question. 아무 말도 하지 않았다. It means the same thing. Synonymous expressions. That is true. But let's move on. 아버지는 영화를 보러 가기 위해 우리 집에 왔다. My father came to our house to watch a movie. No, he just came and the husband suddenly asked, why don't we go and see a movie with your dad? So this is false. And the final one, 나는 아버지가 외출 준비하는 모습이 마음에 들지 않았다. I did not like watching my father get ready to go to the cinema. Well, it has a sentence here, this part, about the father getting ready, but it doesn't have anything about the daughter not liking that. In fact, it implies this final sentence. 그런 아버지를 보며 나는 앞으로 아버지가 무엇을 좋아하는지 관심을 가지기로 했다. So this implies that the daughter did like seeing the father getting ready, him having a big smile on his face. All right, so the correct answer is number 2. All right, let's wrap it up here. Summary time. Question 22 and 24 are about choosing the correct statement. The tips. Read the text thoroughly. Go through each option. Mark them as either true or false. And usually the correct answer uses synonyms or synonymous expressions. All right, let's see if you have really understood this question type. Here is a question that you can try solving on your own. Please take a look at it and leave your answer in the comments down below. And that is a wrap. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.